Rule 264 of the Highway Code tells us to keep in the left lane unless we are overtaking. This means we should only use the right-hand lane when we are overtaking another vehicle, passing an obstruction present in the left lane, or turning or preparing to turn right. After completing any of these maneuvers, we should always return to our default lane, which is the left lane, as soon as it is safe to do so. Welcome to Safe Driving Channel. Let's make learning to drive easy. What Rule 264 of the Highway Code and lane discipline on multi-lane roundabouts have in common? Let's dive deep into it in today's episode. At first glance, dual carriageways and roundabouts seem like completely different driving environments. One is high-speed and linear, the other slow and circular. But the principle that governs both is exactly the same. Correct lane use is not about convenience, it is about traffic flow, predictability, and safety. Rule 264 tells us to keep left unless overtaking or turning right, not because the left lane is slow, but because lanes have a purpose. Roundabouts work on that same logic. Each lane is designed to feed specific exits, and staying in the correct lane is what keeps vehicles moving smoothly instead of weaving and conflicting. Rule 184 tells us to take notice and act on all the information available to us when approaching a roundabout, including traffic signs, traffic lights, and lane markings which direct us into the correct lane. Today we are going to break down how both situations rely on the same core idea of lane discipline, why so many drivers misunderstand it, and how applying one simple mindset can massively reduce congestion and near misses, whether you are cruising on a motorway or navigating a busy spiral roundabout. We should always aim to drive in the left lane unless we are overtaking or turning right. That principle applies to dual carriageways, motorways, and roundabouts. Paying attention to road signs and road markings on approach to the roundabout is essential and allows us to determine which lane we need to take for our designated exit. On roundabouts in particular, if we are turning left, we should stay in the leftmost lane that allows us to take that exit. In the next example, at the spiral roundabout, we are going to take the third exit, towards Inverness, A9 North. To determine which lane to take, we need to actively look for road signs and road markings as we approach the roundabout. Both the road signs and road markings indicate that Lane 2 and Lane 3 are designated for A9 North, Inverness. In line with Rule 264 of the Highway Code, when two lanes lead to the same destination, we should use the left-hand lane as the default. The right-hand lane should be used for overtaking or when preparing to turn right later on. By using the left-hand lane on a spiral roundabout, you should normally exit into the left-hand lane. If you use the overtaking, right-hand lane, you will most likely exit into an overtaking lane as well. Let's have a look at the exactly same situation, but this time there is much more traffic and we decide to use the overtaking lane. Just to be clear, there is absolutely nothing wrong with using an overtaking lane on a roundabout if we are actually overtaking slower moving traffic in the left-hand lane. In that case, we can proceed in the right-hand lane on approach and continue around the roundabout in the same lane, which will take us off the roundabout in an overtaking lane. Once we are off the roundabout, we should move back to the default, left-hand lane when it is safe to do so to enable other, faster-moving cars to overtake us.